Oh, all right.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
What about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? There we go.
We can talk about whatever you want, actually.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
But do
why
you know,
not?
before you get to do that,
Yes.
me and Marcus, what we like to do is we like to play a game called Getting to Know You,
Okay.
and we ask you either or questions,
Okay. Okay.
and you've got to choose.
Okay.
We've even got a nice graphic. Look at that.
Yeah, I choose you.
Yeah.
Getting to know you.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
There's a lot of pressure in this, mind.
I feel it.
Okay, first off.
I just had some yogurt, so hopefully the pressure won't bring it back up.
Oh, if
Is
we
that
hear
too much? You getting to know me and what I've recently eaten.
Oh,
Hopefully not.
I feel like we're best friends already.
Well, we'll
Right.
see. It was raspberry.
Ooh.
Anyway, go on.
Okay, first question. Coffee or tea?
That's a tough one. Tea. When I'm in Scotland or Ireland. Coffee when I'm in New Zealand and Australia.
Interesting choice there.
Thank you.
Books or movies?
Books.
Okay, straight the answer there. Early bird or night owl?
I am a night owl, but forced to be an early bird.
Oof, that's
When you
nasty.
have children, you have to get up early.
Oh, I know that
So,
pain.
yeah.
Introvert or extrovert?
I probably more introvert, but I'm forced to be an extrovert.
I think I already know the answer to this one already. Ice
Because-
cream or yogurt?
Oh, okay, yogurt.
Yeah, cool.
Because I have a yogurt machine at home. Yeah, so this is getting to know me, right? You want to know a lot of things?
Oh, yes,
These
definitely.
are fascinating.
Now, this one isn't on my list, but I'm going to say it. Misty or Brock?
I have to say Brock because he cooks.
Fair enough.
So-
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That was really evil, wasn't it?
Yes, I know.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not.
No?
Okay, crossword puzzles or Sudokus?
I guess crossword puzzles. I really like the word find more, where you just circle the word in the blob of letters.
Nice.
So,
Facebook or Twitter?
oh, I prefer talking face to face, but I do more on Twitter because I can actually, when I see what my friends are doing, I can retweet that. So I find that Twitter is more supportive. So Twitter.
Yeah, well, you know what? That leads into my... Well, first of all, round of applause. I think she did really well.
If I can get applause for something that easy, all right.
I think she needs an applause just for
No,
enjoying
no,
the applause.
no.
No? No.
No,
There we go. Right.
You
Same
guys need to relax. You have a big day ahead of you. Okay.
This is
Save
the
that energy.
highlight.
Save the energy.
Right, same we talked about Twitter. I noticed
Yeah.
the other day that you've been travelling the islands. You've been going to
Yes.
some of the Isles of Scotland.
Yes.
What's that been like? What your travels been like?
Okay, so this is not really the question, but when I worked on Pokemon, I would say Ash Ketchum was an incredible influence on my life. One, because of how positive he is, and two, because he's always traveling around. And because of working on that show and others, I have a chance to travel more. Before I worked on Pokemon, I toured the United States with a lot of acting companies, and my family moved around a lot, so I kind of have a wanderer spirit. But that Pokemon journey is something that's a really big part of my life. So when I travel to conventions, I always try to travel around a bit to see, get to know where I am. So the last time I was here, I traveled with my daughter up to Loch Lomond and down, and we did see the Loch Ness Monster. And
Did you catch it?
we didn't catch it because I wouldn't.
Yeah, it's a very
course.
rare one on
Yeah,
Pokemon
very
Go.
true, very true. And also my luggage is very small. So, and the weight limit. And then we went out to Edinburgh, which was fantastic, and saw some of the fringe. So I didn't have to go that far on this trip. So I have gone to John Lewis, which I love that store. Woo!
Free
And
stuff, advertising.
Yeah, yeah. I just love that place because we don't have it. And then I went out to Arran, which was amazing. And I went on the Mugabout tour, which is this giant, I'll post a picture of it, but it's a giant vehicle that you have to step up a ladder to get into. And we drove all around, and we all had binoculars. So anytime someone said, bird, we all grabbed our binoculars and we're looking out the window. It was kind of a dream come true, actually. And then stopping on the side of the road for tea and biscuits. So it was incredible. If you haven't been there, you should go to Arran. It's gorgeous.
Now, talking about your travels, and you've mentioned you've managed to go all around the world due to Pokemon.
Yeah.
Has there been any highlights anywhere you've been where just kind of blew your mind?
Every single place I go blows my mind. The fact that we are all kind of friends and related through Pokemon, really. And there's other shows that I like or other shows that you like and that we also can talk about. But somehow Pokemon has brought us all together. And the fact that it's around the world and not even in English, in all different languages, but I have a connection to people who've watched it in English, mostly. Yeah. But the fact that we have this as a starting point to a friendship, that really does blow my mind. Every single convention I go to, it's extraordinary.
Yeah, I think Pokemon Go's had that effect. Like when, I've got to be honest, when Pokemon Go first came out, I didn't play it.
Yes.
And when my daughter started playing it, then my other half started playing it, and then I started seeing all of these groups of people getting together, and people are making friends in cities all around the world and doing these events. Do you feel like you're kind of part of all of that as well?
Oh yeah, definitely. And it's a neat thing that when I used to go to work and work on the show, on my little monitor, we'd be watching it, and I would see Pokemon and Ash running around and whatever. And now on my phone, I can have a Pikachu in my apartment hallway, and it's just like, I think it's pretty amazing. It took me a while to start playing because I had to register. It took me about a week. I was way behind. But I don't play that often, but knowing I could is kind of enough.
See, I kind of want to ask, how many do you have in your Pokedex?
I don't even know. I'm a level 8 trainer. I'm kind of the worst in the world, which is okay with me. I like to be not as good as everybody else.
You've got something to aim for.
Yeah, I do. I know, really, really aim.
So talking about your family, what sort of impact has Pokemon had in your family? Obviously, you talk about traveling. Is your family fully on board? Are they enjoying the fact you're jet-setting everywhere?
Well, my daughter usually travels with me always. When she was little, if she couldn't come with me, I couldn't go. So we've really worked it out. I go on all the field trips with her. She comes on these field trips with me. She's always come to work with me, and I work on her homework, and we kind of have a symbiotic relationship there. She just started university last year, so she doesn't travel as much with me now. But I make her come with me whenever she can.
Well, yeah, you're the mother. She's got to do what she's told.
She has
obviously.
to do. I'm like, I already paid for university, so now leave and come with me.
That sounds good enough excuse to me.
Yeah, thank you.
So, in previous interviews, you always say Pikachu is your favorite.
Yes.
Now, do your family members have different favorites, and does it cause arguments around the dinner table?
Well, there's only myself and my daughter, so we don't ever argue, and really about that. I think Pikachu's probably our favorite together. Our next favorite we decided was Charizard because of we lived in New York City and Los Angeles, and who wouldn't want a Charizard to fly around and get above the traffic on? So that was kind of like common sense.
But what about a Blastoise? Then you can just blow all the cars out the way and then just drive through.
That's too violent for me.
Okay.
Because what about all those poor people who are trying to get... I just have a magic carpet, I'll go with the Charizard.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
And talking about that, now I met a young fellow earlier, and I'm hoping he's here. Now the video unfortunately hasn't worked, but do we have Jude? Where's Jude? Come here, Jude, please. Now I met this young fellow this morning.
Yes.
And he had an amazing question to ask you, and I was going to play it on the video, but you know what?
Hi, good to see you.
If you come here a second, Jude. Now, round of applause, of course. Right? It's like the real Ask Ketchum. Now,
we've met.
You've met. I've noticed he's even got the signature on his hat there. Don't wash your hat, it'll come off, all right? And then you have to get another signature. Now, can you remember what the question was that you wanted to ask?
If you had a pet as a Pokemon, what would it be and why?
If I had to...
If you had to pick a Pokemon to be in the real world, what would it be and why?
Okay, gosh. I don't know. I mean, I think Pikachu is really like your perfect friend. It's just like your child or your sibling because you never fully agree on everything, but you find a way to compromise and work it out, and that electric shock is probably handy for something, especially if the lights go out. I don't know. I mean, you think about Mew, I always get that confused. Mew is the tiny one, Mewtwo is the big one.
Yes.
Right? So Mew is cute, can fit in your pocket. there's something wonderful about having a pet that you can just make it do whatever you want and make it go away. But life isn't like that. You have to, it's full of compromise. So probably Pikachu would be the one that I chose. So instead of Pikachu, I have my daughter. So it's similar. She just doesn't have any electric shock.
Now,
She can pinch.
now, before you go, I went over to Tokyo Toys and I said that I had Veronica on stage, and they went, all right, here's some stuff. So, if you're okay,
Yes.
would you like to choose either the Pikachu or the Pikachu hat that you'd like to give Jude for coming up and asking a question? Which one would you prefer? You can have the hat. Yeah, do you want to go collect off Veronica there? Thank you very much, Jude.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
The best. Yeah, all right.
Yeah. If
This
you
is
get given free
exciting
stuff,
here.
you've got to give it out.
Yeah,
And,
definitely.
and plus, it didn't fit my hat and head. It's horrible. So,
Messes up your hair.
yeah,
Yeah.
honestly, if my hair goes messy, I'd be behind there putting hair gel on and everything. It's
I
a
might need
mess.
some too.
Now, one thing I also noticed on Twitter, which I found quite funny. Now, you've been doing audiobooks,
I do a lot of audiobooks.
but
yeah.
you do them under a different name.
I do, yeah.
Is that because you're trying to be like a James Bond secret agent and just trying to see what happens? What?
I just use different names for different things. Yeah.
Just for
There's
the fun of it.
nothing secretive about it. It's just life.
Mm-hmm.
But I record all of my audiobooks because I have kind of fans there.
Mm-hmm.
So I just keep that name for that.
And what's
Yeah.
the name of the latest book that you've just done?
Oh, gosh. I do at least 1 or 2 books a month.
Mm.
So when you record an audiobook, you go into the studio and you can sit in there still recording for about 6 or 8 hours a day. And it can take from 1 to 3 days to record a book, depending on if it's a regular length. The book I just recorded is a mashup between Monster High and Ever After High.
Yeah.
Where some of the characters meet and they are looking for Shadow High.
Oh.
It's actually really good. It's written by Shannon Hale, who did the original Ever After High books, and her husband.
Awesome. Actually, I'm not going to lie, I actually like the cartoons that are on Netflix of that.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen them.
Oh, they're good.
Yeah?
Check them out. We'll
Has
get them on the
anyone
phone later.
ever read the books, the Ever After High books?
Yeah?
Yeah? Do you know them? They're storybook characters, like Snow White's daughter and the huntsman's son and, whatever. They all go to high school together. Anyway, this one has Dracula's daughter and Frankenstein's daughter.
Wow.
Groovy, man. Groovy.
Now, talking about voice work,
Yeah.
the other day I was thinking, what could I ask you and what can we do that's fun?
Yes.
And I came up with this idea, and I apologise in advance,
Okay.
that I'd love to hear Ash do a line from something totally different.
Okay.
And I thought it'd be quite interesting to do a scene from Taken.
Taken.
From Taken. A very famous scene with Liam Neeson.
Oh, is that where his daughter gets taken?
Yeah. Now, what I've done is, what I've got here is the actual script. Now, we need to get in the mode for this, so I'm going to need everybody to get ready.
All right, I think this is funny.
Okay.
It's funny to me.
I may have
I don't know if
tweaked
it'll be
it
funny for
slightly.
you.
So I want everyone to close their eyes right now. Close your eyes.
Yeah.
And imagine the scene. Ash
We
has-
pickpocket them while their eyes
Like,
are
that's
closed.
actually
Is
really
that-
good.
yeah.
Actually-
Okay. No. Open your eyes. Open your eyes.
Okay, no.
Okay. All right, close your eyes.
Close your eyes. Picture the scene. Ash has just got home and found a mobile phone on the floor. Pikachu is gone.
Gasp.
And now Ash picks up the phone and says,
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you are looking for ransom, I can tell you, I don't have rare Pokemon. I don't even have any money. I only have 1 pair of spare underwear in my backpack, but that's something else. But what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills I have acquired over a very long career, even though I'm still 10. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. If you let my Pikachu go now, that'll be the end of it. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you. And I will catch you. Gary.
nice, nice, round of applause.
Because I'm sure it was Gary who stole the Pikachu.
And the worst part is, She's actually added to that script there, and she made it better. I feel a bit inadequate now. But that was awesome. That turned out much better than I
That's
planned.
so strange.
But it seemed to fit, didn't it?
I think it's better when Liam Neeson says it. I didn't realize it was so repetitive.
Yeah.
No.
Before we move on to some fan questions, let's get ready for some fan questions here. Imagine a real-life Pokemon with Liam Neeson as an older Ash.
Oh, yeah, that's not bad.
That could work.
That's not bad.
That could work.
Or he would be more like the Professor Oak, wouldn't he?
Yeah, we'll claim the rights on that. We'll talk about this and we'll get some
Yeah,
producers.
let's do that, because
Yeah.
I still want to be Ash all the way.
Yeah.
I'll be him.
I'm just an old man.
Or maybe Liam Neeson, but your voice over the top of him. That'd be even freakier.
I dub his face.
Yes.
Is that what you mean? Oh, that's
Yeah.
good. That's good.
That could work.
Right, I'll make him a bit Irish, maybe. No. I'm Liam Neeson.
I can't do the only voice I could do. I hear my really bad impression.
Yes, of course.
No, obviously they don't.
Oh,
Yes. Catch the Pikachu, I shall.
oh, that's good.
That's not too bad.
Now that would be nice if Yoda came by and then Ash would try to catch him because he's a bit dim and doesn't realize it's.
Forceability.
Yes.
7. That could work. Right, do we have
right,
some
questions.
fan questions?
Save us.
Marcus
Okay.
here is going to run along, and there's a Pikachu right there.
Yes.
You were the brightest one, so I thought I'd come to you first. What's your name?
Stuart,
And what's your question?
what was your favorite line as Ash Ketchum?
My favorite line is Ash Ketchum.
Pikachu, use Thunderbolt!
Because I had to say that over and over and over again.
Really?
Yeah.
I never
yes.
realized.
Well, 8 seasons of it. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, and you are?
What was your favourite Pokemon episodes?
It's hard for me to say what my favorite episode was. I loved the first one because we actually did that one many times. We had to go back and change a lot. So it's the episode I remember the most because it was so kind of fresh and unknown. But really, it all kind of merged into one long episode. But little scenes that I liked are like setting Butterfree free, or there's one where he's in the caves with Snowrunt and they're all trying to help each other stay alive. And I liked the scenes that were so kind of real and emotional. So that's what I loved, that as a character, a cartoon character, there was so many real things in it. And it wasn't all just crazy, goofy stuff.
We've got Matthew here.
If
Yeah.
Ash Ketchum could have a moveset, what would he have?
If he could have a what?
A move set.
I don't know what that is.
Like
is that
powers, attacks, I'm assuming, yes?
Like, what, top 4?
I think if Ash Ketchum could have a move set, it would include kindness, respect. I mean, you should be able to get something out of that, right? If you could say, respect, and then there should be something. His positivity, I think, is his strongest suit, so it would have to be something with positivity.
What about cap twist? Like he does a cap twist and then like
That's really good.
bolt of wind
Yes.
goes out.
Yeah, that's good.
That could work. That could work.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't know where Marcus is.
He's
I'm
right there.
here. Hi.
Oh, hi there.
Look for the
Gentleman
hat.
there.
Look for the
Yeah,
cap.
hi.
Right. Right. So, Veronica, I was wondering, what's your favorite line as Ruby the pirate from Super 4?
Gosh, she, Ruby in Super 4, she's, I think she's kind of like, oh, blast! We've got to get out of here! She also is really positive, but, she's constantly trying to prove that she's a pirate because she's a girl and nobody believes it, especially all those other pirates. So, I like that she doesn't give up ever either, really. She's very girly, but
We've got
yeah.
Ollie here.
yep.
Just wanted to know, how did you hear about the role of Ash Ketchum and how did you get involved in the show?
Well, I had been working on Slayers. I don't know if any of you know that anime, and the people who were producing that had asked me to come and audition for Pokemon. And to audition for it, we just watched a tiny little blurb and then had to get our voice to be as close to the original actors as possible. And then we auditioned and then kind of got called back and called back and called back. It was a long process. And then, gosh, I don't know, it would have been through a phone call because back in 1998, nobody was doing email or texting. So someone called me and said, "You have the role. Can you come in?" In the good old days when I had a beeper and, you know, oh, children, so much you're missing out on. With my rotary phone. No, go ahead.
How do you remember the voices? How do you switch between the voices? Do you have something that you do mentally to sort of go, right, I need to be Ash now, or?
Yeah, there's, when I first start working on a character, that's right. When I first start working on a character, I imagine kind of who they are and where they hold their energy. Ash is kind of lower, like between Slayers, let's say, and Ash, because I had to work on those shows sometimes at the same time. Other shows too, but
Ash is kind of down in here, and I know his voice is back here. When I started the show, he was a little bit more kind of nasally, and maybe a little higher. And then as the show went on, he got a little bit lower, and because he matured a little bit. And then Amelia's kind of up here and really amazing. But I think about it kind of where the energy goes, and I imagine them. When I work on an audiobook, I worked on some Warrior Cats books, and there was 120 characters in that. So what I do there is I note out where their voice sits and a little characteristic about all of them. And with that, the cats are in clans, so I kind of grouped them into a sound with the clan. So for that, I just had to I just went back to it. Sometimes they'll take a clip, and I can hear the clip back. If I'm working on a cartoon I haven't worked on for a long time, they'll play me a sample, and I can match that. That's a really long answer. But the thing is, it is kind of complicated, and I do have some voices that are similar, like Max in Dinosaur King is somewhat similar to Ash in Pokemon, but he's different. So if I hear it, then I can pop back into it.
Cool. I think we've got time for one more question.
One more.
Is that
One
it?
more.
Gee whiz. I thought we had an hour.
Yeah, and after this,
Oh.
we've got some exciting news, which I'll mention in a second.
All right.
What's your favourite TV? No. Which one was your favourite Pokemon series to do?
The whole thing, because I didn't really think of it as Indigo League or any of them. I actually can never remember one from the other, except that his outfit changed. So, because the first season we had a couple months off in between, but after that, we didn't have much time off between seasons. So it all kind of rolled into one long 8 years. Do you have a favorite?
X and Y.
X and Y. Yeah, I'm out before that. They replaced us before Black and White. So I'm only up to the end of season 8. We were replaced without being able to say if we wanted to go on or not. So that's why I'm not in the show any longer.
Right,
Yes.
now, one quick thing before the exciting news. I've just spotted a Charizard there. Come here, little Charizard, because I think your outfit is amazing. And I think this needs to be seen, if you can squeeze through. I love it when I see cosplays. And I think sometimes they just stand out. Now look how amazing this Charizard. What I say is, I sneezed and burned down the house. Now we need to stay in my Pokeball. They've been
That's really
shamed
funny.
Pokemon. And you know what? Because you're so awesome, would you like to get a Pikachu from Veronica? Go along.
This is a really soft little plushie. Great job on your costume. Thank you.
And what's your name, sorry? Molly. Big hand for Molly in her awesome cosplay outfit.
That can keep you comfortable in your Pokeball.
Yeah. I want that back at the end. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Now, who likes getting free stuff? Yeah. Who likes Pokemon? Who likes Build-A-Bear?
I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
we'll talk.
Okay.
Who would like some free Pokemon Build-A-Bears to win?
Yeah.
Well, do you know what I've got right? No, I haven't. But tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, there is something really exciting happening, and I've never heard of anything like this before, so you are very, very lucky. MCM are working with Build-A-Bear, and tomorrow they're going to have an exclusive. You cannot buy this Pokemon Build-A-Bear, and they're going to give it away tomorrow. Ooh. So, what you need to do is you need to watch The main stage tomorrow, there'll be Pokemon details. We're going to have some giveaways here as well, I believe. We'll be putting all of the details on Facebook and Twitter. We're going to get Veronica involved, if that's okay with you,
Yes.
because you love giving away stuff.
Yes.
So, who likes Pokemon? Who likes Build-A-Bear? Who likes to get stuff off Veronica?
Woo!
So, where you got to be?
Somewhere by
Tomorrow.
the
Yeah.
At the main stage tomorrow.
Main stage or here, you
Or
can come
here.
speak to us. We'll give you the details. It's an exclusive opportunity to get something no one else has.
I have a question.
Go on.
What time do they have to be at the main stage?
We don't know yet. It is
Ah.
being arranged. It will be between 9 and 1 possibly
And
when
I
we
have
open
a panel
tomorrow.
at 11, I think, so maybe by then we'll know.
Maybe we'll aim for the panel tomorrow. We'll put it on the Facebook, we'll put it on the Twitter, so keep tuned with that. We'll be announcing it on the stage here as soon as we know as well.
How is anyone going to sleep tonight?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But you know what we should do before tomorrow?
What?
I think we need to give Veronica, because we know she loves them, a huge round of applause. Even bigger.
All right, that's enough.
Thank you very much.
Is that it?
That
You
is
guys,
it. It is
Thank you so
time.
much. This has been incredible. I'll be at my table all the rest of today and tomorrow. I'll be back here at some point, I suppose. Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys.